Okay, so here we can see the first question type from Cambridge Book 19 Reading Test 2. Here the question type is questions number 1 to 7. Complete the notes below. So this is our first question type. We have to choose only one word. On one word only we have to choose to answer each and every question. So first of all, I would like to read the question first. Okay, I would like to read the question first. Why? Because once you get to know about the question properly, then it's quite easier to answer the question. Okay. So here the first question type, and also we can see a title of this question. The title of this question is Britain's Industrial Revolution. So basically this paragraph talks about Britain's Industrial Revolution. Here we can see steam power. Steam power is one kind of industrial revolution. Then the second option is textile industry. The third option is bullet point is iron industry, and the last iron industry, then communications, and finally urbanizations. So these are the industrial revolutions, and now we are going to answer question number 1. So to answer question number 1, we have to read the question, then we will select some keywords so that we can find the exact location quickly or immediately. So here the first is steam power. So I think this is our first keyword, is steam power. So we are going to select this keyword, steam power. Then the second word is Newcomen's steam engine was used in mines to remove water. So I hope Newcomen's steam engine. This is our another keyword. This keyword also will help us to find the location. Then we are going to read question number next line. In Watt and Bolton's steam engine. So in Watt and Bolton's steam engine, the movement of the dash. So the movement of the dash was linked to a gear system. So basically here this question says about the movement of something. So the movement of something that was linked to a gear system. So what would be our keywords? Himel. So which keywords or which keywords we should select first? Let me know.
Sir, maybe stream engine.
Okay. So we should select Watt and Bolton's steam
Turn
engine,
balls
right?
on stream engine. Yes, sir.
Yes, exactly. Watt and Bolton's steam engine. Then we should see the movement of the dash. So basically here the word we can say another word is movement, right?
Yes, sir. It's mean conflict.
Movement. Yes, movement. Movement, that means forward and backward, right?
Yes, sir.
When someone goes forward and backward, that is called movement. Okay. And final, the last keyword we should select a gear system, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this could be our another this could be our another keyword, right? So already we've got the keywords. Now we should find the exact location. Where is the answer? So let's find the answer first. As you know that this is our question type. This is our first question. So I assume that we will find the answer in the first paragraph, maybe either in the first paragraph or in the second paragraph. So let's read the first paragraph. Here we can see the Industrial Revolution in Britain. This is our first paragraph, and the title, sorry, this is the title of this paragraph, and now we are going to find the answer location. So here we can see Britain's Industrial Revolution, and the title of this paragraph is Britain's Industrial Revolution. This is the title of the question, and the Industrial Revolution in Britain. This is the title of the paragraph. So look at this title. What we can see, is there any difference regarding the title? Similar title. I hope the title is similar, but paraphrasing, right? The Industrial Revolution in Britain and Britain's Industrial Revolution. So this is the paraphrasing. Remember, we have to learn how to paraphrase the question. Okay, how to paraphrase the sentence. Now let's find the word steam power. So we have to find the word steam power and also Newcomen's steam engine. So here the first line we don't find any Newcomen's steam engine. Next words, next line. Okay. So in the first paragraph we don't find the hints or keywords. Newcomen's steam engine. So what should I do? I should move forward, right?
Yes, sir.
So now now I am in the second paragraph. So let's look at the second paragraph. So this is our second paragraph. Here we can see. Okay, so in the second paragraph, first line, we are not okay. Industrial revolution. We've got the word industrial revolution, and also we've got the name. So finally, in the second paragraph, we got the name Newcomen. Got it? I think the letter should be okay. Is it understandable? Email.
Yes, sir. It's completely understandable.
Okay, okay. So we've got the word Newcomen's. Newcomen's designed the first modern steam engine. Yes. So here we can see Newcomen's modern steam engine. So we've got the word Newcomen's steam engine. So second time we are going to find the word in Watt and Bolton's steam engine. Where is the Watt and Bolton's steam engine? Let's do it together. So here we've got the word Watt, James Watt. So we've got the word James Watt. What about Bolton's? James Watt. We've got the name James Watt. Yes, Matthew Bolton. We've got another person named Matthew Bolton. So two persons name we've got here. Now we should find the word movement. Okay. So instead of movement, we got the word forward and backward. Isn't it? Forward and backward. That I said movement. Okay. A gear system. What about a gear system? Yes, we've got the word gear mechanism. So the next word we've got that is called gear mechanism, right? So this is the way. I think we've got the location. I think we've got the exact location to answer this question. Now we are going to answer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight these two sentences, maybe two or three sentences. I hope so. Two sentences is here. So yes, this is our location. This is our exact location. Now it's your turn to give me the answer. What would be the correct answer, Mr. Firu? It's your turn.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not able to talk today.
It's okay.
But
It's okay. I got it. Okay, you shouted a lot. That's why you shouted so loudly to celebrate the Independence Day, the second
yeah,
Independence Day of our country.
last
Okay, I got
last last 4 days I was just shouting a lot.
a lot. I got
So
it. I got it. It's okay. Okay, Himail. So what would be the correct answer? Let's find the answer. Guys, can you answer this question, especially Adi and Alarm, Mr. Alarm 1? Can you answer this question? We're okay, we are answering question number 2. Sorry, 1.
Sir, rotary motion.
Rotary motion. Okay, produce rotary motion. Okay, I'm going to highlight this word rotary motion. So you select the wrong answer. Okay, let's do it together. So in the 1760s, that means 1760s, the Scottish engineer James Watt. So James Watt he is a Scottish engineer. He started to adapt one of the Newcomen's models. Actually, he started to adapt one of the Newcomen's models. Basically, our Newcomen's, in our previous paragraph, Newcomen designed the first modern steam engine, right? So Newcomen's invention was originally used to power machines that pumped water out of mines. Basically, Newcomen's invention was originally used to power machines. That means Newcomen's invented a machine or an engine that was used to power a machine. To power a machine, that means to start a machine. Okay. So here James Watt started using or started to adapt one of Newcomen's models and succeeded in making it far more efficient. That means James Watt became a successful person. Yes, James Watt became a successful person to make a machine efficient. Okay. Watt later worked with the English manufacturer Matthew Boulton. So Watt and Matthew Boulton to invent a new steam engine. Basically, they invented a new steam engine that was driven by both the forward and backward strokes of the piston. So basically, that invent was driven by both forward and backward strokes of the piston. So the piston moves forward strokes and backward strokes. So here we can see the movement of the piston was linked to a gear system and it was connected to produce rotary motion. Oh, sorry. While the gear mechanism it was connected to produce rotary motion. So here gear mechanism was connected. Here piston it was connected while the gear mechanism it was connected to produce rotary motion.
Sir, rotary motion means?
Rotary motion, that means to run something rotate, sorry, to move something rotate অর্থাৎ কোনো কিছুকে ঘোরানো, রোটারি রিভলিউশন, এটাকে বলা হচ্ছে যে কোনো কিছু ঘোরানো, আর মোশন মানে হচ্ছে গতি, অর্থাৎ ঘুরতে ঘুরতে মানে ঘোরার যে গতিটা সেটাকে বাড়িয়ে দেওয়া। টু প্রডিউস রোটারি মোশন, ঘূর্ণন গতি প্রডিউস করা অথবা টু ঘূর্ণন গতি উৎপাদন করা। আচ্ছা, ইট ওয়াজ কানেক্টেড, এখানে আছে ওয়াজ লিঙ্ক টু এ গিয়ার সিস্টেম। সো ইট ওয়াজ কানেক্টেড the gear mechanism. So look at this part of this sentence. What we can see basically, that is our tricky part. Okay, now I would like to show you, consider this part. So while the gear mechanism it was connected to produce rotary motion, so it was connected to produce rotary motion with the gear mechanism. That means it was connected with the gear mechanism. Here it was linked to a gear mechanism. So that was the fact. Therefore the exact or correct answer is piston. Yes. Basically generally the question is difficult, but if you just consider these two words like forward and backward strokes, that is our movement, right?
Yes, sir.
Forward and backward strokes, that is our movement of the piston. So the movement of the piston means forward and backward strokes of the piston. Okay, next question. Question number 2. A greater supply of dash was required to power steam engines. So a greater supply of dash, it means a greater supply of dash, that means we need something. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so we've got the first question answer from this part. Question number 2. A greater supply of dash was required to power steam engines. To power steam engines means to run steam engines, right? So a greater supply means the demand. A greater supply of dash, that means the demand. The demand was huge. The demand was huge. Why the demand was huge? That was required to power steam engines. So here we can see greater supply. So our first keyword is greater supply. The second keyword is was required to power steam engines. So steam engines our second keyword, and the last keyword is power. So consider the last word power. Consider this word power. So to power means to run something, to make start something, right? Okay, so as you've got the first question answer from this part, now we are moving our second paragraph, or yes, from second paragraph what we can see. So here we need steam engine. Okay. Okay, steam powered transportation. We've got the word steam powered transportation. Steam powered transportation. Yes, supply. A greater supply. We've got the word demand. So the similar word greater supply means demand. Was required. So we should consider, as we've got the word required, so instead of required, what kind of words we may get? Instead of required, we need, right? Instead of word required, so here let me show you required. As we've got the word required, so instead of required we can find, or we can see the word need, 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 or essential, 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 or what kind of words? Need, essential, or required. Another, what can I? Okay, so these two words, we should consider these two words, need and essential. Now look at here, we can see, yes, needed. We've got the word needed. I think we've got the keywords. We've got all the keywords. A greater supply of dash was required to power steam engines. So from this paragraph, or from this line, we'll have the answer. Okay. So try to find the correct answer from this paragraph, from this line. The demand for coal, okay, the demand for coal, that means the supply of coal. The demand for coal, that means the supply of coal, which was relatively cheap energy source, grew rapidly during the industrial revolution, as it was needed. So it was needed, that means required. It was required to run. To run means to power. Not only the factories. So not only the factories used to produce manufactured goods, but also steam powered transportation. So basically that period of that time, uh, coal, yes, a greater supply of coal was required to power steam engines. So here I think the correct answer is coal. So for question number 2, the correct answer is coal. Why? A greater supply of coal. That means the demand for coal grew rapidly. Just try to remove this part of the sentence. The demand for coal grew rapidly during the Industrial Revolution. That means the demand for coal grew rapidly during the Industrial Revolution and it was needed. So here it means coal. Coal was needed to run not only the factories. So it was needed to run factories and steam powered transportation. So actually at that period, at that time, at that moment, steam powered transportation without coal, they were not able to move, they were not able to start, or they were not able to begin. Therefore we needed coal, a greater supply of coal we needed to power steam engines. Therefore the correct answer is coal. Okay, so we've answered two questions. Now let's move on our question number 3. So here the key point, the first key point is textile industry. So we should find the words textile industry. So as we can see, we've got the question 2 answer from this line. So I'm hoping that next paragraph we're going to have the answer for question number 3. I hope so. So let's consider textile industry. Yes, we've got here textile, the word textile. Okay, so it seems that in this paragraph we are going to have answer question number 3. Okay, let's see. Before the industrial revolution. So before the industrial revolution, that's most important phrase. Spinners and weavers worked at home and in dash. So look at this. Here we can see home. Home is a place, right? So as we've got the word home, so that is a place. Similar word we should find for question number 3. That means a name of a place. We should, yes, a name of a place. Here we should have a name of a place. Place. So that should be our correct answer, right? A name of a place. Okay, let's find what is our name, what is the name of that place. So before the industrial revolution, so we should consider before an industrial revolution. So first keyword, another keyword is industrial revolution. Spinners and weavers, this is our another keyword. So industrial revolution, spinners and weavers, worked, home. So these are the keywords. Let's find the location. So here textile industry from the first line, cotton. Okay, yes, the British textile business. The British textile business, it means textile industry. Spinners, we've got another two words, spinners and weavers and dryers. So work performed, here we've got the word worked, we've got the word homes. Yes, so industrial revolution, yes, next word is industrial revolution. So basically four keywords, one, two, three, four. Four keywords we got from this line. So I hope here is the correct answer, right? Okay, let's read this line. Britain had produced textiles like wool, linen, and cotton for hundred of years. But prior to industrial revolution, prior to industrial revolution, before the industrial revolution, similar meaning. So before the industrial revolution, but prior to industrial revolution, okay. The British textile business was a true cottage industry. Okay, fine. With the work performed. So the work performed, it means work performed. So who performed this work? Who worked there? We should find work performed. Yes. Small workshops. Okay, fine. In small workshops, this is a name of a place where they worked. So first they worked small workshops or even homes. Yes, another words we've got homes by individual spinners, weavers, and dyers. Okay, so spinners, weavers, and dyers, they worked performed. So they worked performed in small workshops or even homes. So or is our conjunction here, and is our conjunction, so we should consider the conjunction and. That means small workshops. So what is the correct answer, small workshops or only workshops? The correct answer is one word only. Yes, so as we can take only one word, therefore the correct answer is workshops. So the correct answer is workshops, not small workshops, because we can take only one word. Let's move on for question number 4. Not as much. Not as much. That means not as much was needed to produce clothes once the spinning jenny and power loom were invented. So not as much, not as much. What could be the similar word for not as much? Not as much. The similar word, we should find the word not as much. Not as much. The similar word may be tiny. Tiny. Not as much means tiny. Another word, little. Yes, little. Another word, few. Not as much. Yes, few. Small. Less. So these kind of words can be the paraphrased. Can be the paraphrased words. Okay. So not as much dash was needed. Not as much dash was needed. Okay. To produce clothes. Look at this. This is not cloth. Clothes. Okay. So this is our first keyword, right? Not as much. Another keyword, not as much was needed to produce cloth once the spinning jenny and power loom. So spinning jenny and power loom, this is our another keyword. Okay, so spinning jenny and power loom. Let's find these two words from this line. Starting in the mid 1700s, okay, innovations like the spinning jenny and the power loom. Yes, the spinning jenny and the power loom, we've got the word, two words, spinning jenny and power loom. Okay, fine. Yes, the another word, clothes, much easier. Yes, little, not as much. Instead of not as much, we've got the word little. So what should be the correct answer? Little labor was required. Here we can see not as much labor was needed to produce clothes. Okay, I see. So that means from these lines we can find the correct answer. Okay, let's read. Starting in the mid 1700s, innovations like the spinning jenny and the power loom made weaving clothes and spinning yarn and thread much easier. Okay, fine. Basically, the invention of spinning yarn and thread, the spinning jenny and the power loom made weaving clothes and spinning yarn and thread much easier. Okay, fine. With these machines means spinning jenny, power loom, and okay, spinning jenny and power loom. So relatively little labor was required to produce clothes. Yes. So not as much labor was needed to produce clothes. So the correct answer is labor. It was quite easier, right? Okay, now let's move on our next question. Question number 5. Our next keyword is iron industry. Yes. From this paragraph we've got the word iron industry. Iron industry. So here we can see smelting of iron ore with coke. Smelting of iron ore with coke resulted in material. So resulted in material that was better dash. So basically here smelting of iron ore with coke. This is our first keyword, right? And the second keyword is resulted in material. So it after smelting of iron ore with coke made a result or gave a result, and gave a result means gave a material. So what kind of material it gave? It gave a material that was better dash. So we have to find the correct answer, and better is our another keyword, and we also should highlight the word material. Yes, the smelting of iron ore, with coke. Mhm. So a material made by heating coal, okay, instead of the traditional charcoal. This method was cheaper and produced metals. So this method was cheaper and produced. That means this method means the smelting of iron ore with coke produced metals. Metals means material, okay, that were of higher quality. So here better quality. Yes, higher should be our another keyword. That means from this paragraph we are going to have, for question number 5, we are going to have the answer for question number 5, and the answer is here we can see metals. It means materials that was better, so that was higher quality, that means better quality. So the correct answer is quality, right? For question number 5 the correct answer is quality. Let's move on our next question. Demand for iron increased. So demand for iron increased when? With the growth of the dash. So when something increased, when the growth of something increased, then the demand for iron increased. So that is the relation between the demand for iron. Yes, between iron and something. So let's find the word. Okay, enabling Britain's iron and steel production to expand in response to demand created by the Napoleonic Wars and the expansion of the railways from the 1830s. Yes, so I think this is the answer. Here we can find the answer. So enabling Britain's iron and steel production to expand. That means this method was cheaper and produced metals that were of higher quality, and this method enabled Britain's iron and steel production to expand. To expand means to enlarge. Okay, and what happened in response to demand? In response to demand, that means to fulfill the demand that was created by the Napoleonic Wars. Actually, during the Napoleonic Wars, huge demand created for iron and steel production. So this method, basically this method was able to expand or to fulfill the demand that was created by Napoleonic Wars. So as the demand increased, at the same time the expansion of the railways from the 1830s, that means the growth of railways, the expansion of the railways means the growth of the railways. Yes, similar meaning. Just look at this part. The expansion of the railways, the growth of the railways, similar meaning. So therefore the correct answer is railways, right? So demand for iron increased with the growth of the railways. So when the expansion of railways, when the railways demand increased, at the same time demand for iron increased. Therefore the correct answer is railways. Okay, one more question we have remaining. Okay, last but not least, question number 7. So now I'm going to suggest you what should we do. As you know, or as you can see here, that communications, this is our another bullet point or keyword, communications. So regarding communications, we don't have question. Look at this, we don't have question from communication. So what should I do? In your exam center or when you are in the exam hall, you can avoid reading these two lines if you have the advanced skill. Otherwise you have to read. So I'm suggesting you just look at this bullet point, try to remember as much as you can, then move ahead, go ahead. Cook and Wheatstone, yes, just consider these two names, right? Telegraphy system, yes, so just consider these two names and this telegraphy system. No need to read other words or other keywords. Okay, and finally urbanization and small towns. Yes, you should consider small towns. This is our another keyword, small towns. Okay, the new cities were dirty, crowded and lacked sufficient. Yes, so these two words will help you to find the exact location. New cities, small towns, new cities were dirty, crowded and lacked sufficient. So lacked sufficient, just consider this word lacked sufficient. What does it mean? Okay, so now we're moving. Yes, we've got the word communications. Yes, we've got the word communication. So, and Cook and Wheatstone, where is the word Cook and Wheatstone? Yes, we've got William Cook and Wheatstone, Charles Wheatstone. Just we're moving. Telegraphy system, where is the telegraphy system? Yes, we've got another word, telegraphy system. So finally we've done this paragraph. That means no answer is there. Now I would like to move on. Small towns. Yes, major cities. Smaller towns. We've got the word smaller towns, major cities. This rapid urbanization. Yes, look at this. Urbanization. Here we've got the word urbanization. Brought significant challenges as overcrowded cities suffered from pollution. Suffered from pollution. Yes, the word pollution, it seems dirty. We can see here. So the word pollution means dirty. Overcrowded cities, that means crowded. And inadequate sanitation. So inadequate sanitation, that means lacked sufficient sanitation. So sanitation should be the correct answer, right? So remember, here we've got the word inadequate. Inadequate, that means not sufficient, not sufficient, or lacked, lacked, lacked sufficient. Yes, inadequate means not sufficient or lacked sufficient. So that is the answer, sanitation. Sanitation is our correct answer. So finally we've got all the question answer from question number 1 to 7. Complete the notes below. Now it's your turn to remember some vocabularies or to learn some vocabularies from this paragraph or from this question type. I mean, complete the notes below. So what kind of vocabularies we are going to have now? So first look at this, a gear system. A gear system means a mechanism, right? A gear mechanism. We've got the word gear mechanism. Yes. Okay, so here the word we've got gear mechanism, that means gear mechanism means gear system. Another word, the movement of the dash. So the movement of something, that means the upward, the forward and backward strokes. That is called movement. The forward and backward strokes. Okay, this is our another vocabulary. A greater supply of something, that means the demand, the greater demand for something. So supply, the similar word demand. Was required, was needed. This is our another vocabulary. Before the industrial revolution, prior to industrial revolution. Okay. Worked at home and in dash. So a name of place. Why? Because home is our name of a place. Not as much. Not as much, it means tiny, little, few, small, or less. Okay. Was better quality, and here we've got the word higher quality. Yes, here better quality, a higher quality. The growth of the something, that means the expansion of the something. So growth means expansion, right? Dirty, here we've got the word pollution. Yes, instead of dirty, we've got the word pollution. And crowded, that means overcrowded. Lacked sufficient, that means inadequate. Inadequate, it means lacked sufficient or not sufficient. Okay, I have to leave. Join you later, sir. Thank you. Piru left. Okay, this is all for today. Now it's your turn. If you have any question, you can ask. So, Mr. Adi, are you there? What about Tania? So, Mr. Alam, are you from Bangladesh?
ভাই থেকে যদিও ক্লাসটা আমি আরেকবার এনজয় করছিলাম তবে আজকে ভালো লাগছে আজকে অনেক ভালোভাবে এসেছি আর স্পেশালি যে পয়েন্টগুলো হাইলাইট করছেন স্ক্যানিংয়ের ব্যাপারটা কীভাবে স্ক্যানিং করবো ভালো লাগছে
গুড
থ্যাংক ইউ
যাক আমি ধন্য যে আমি মানে ভালো লাগাইতে পারছি। তানিয়ার কি অবস্থা? তানিয়ার কি ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট হচ্ছে?